Hey humans, how's it going? Susan Ruth here. Thanks for listening to another episode of Hey Human Podcast. This is episode 452 and my guest is Jane Schinasi. When Jane was in her early 20s, her little brother was diagnosed with a rare cancer. She speaks to how this changed her life and prompted her to create her foundation Hug Back, which makes socially and environmentally engaged films, including Tiger's Boxer, inspired by her brother's struggle against all odds. Really lovely talking with Jane. She's in the process of putting it all together, and it's for such a good cause and supportive of such an important message. I'm really honored to have her on the show. Check out heyhumanpodcast.com for links and to learn more about my guests and the show. Check out susanruth.com to learn more about me and my other artistic endeavors, including which film festivals to see my film, The First. And follow Susan Ruthism on social media and Patreon. Find my musical albums on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your music. Rate, review, and subscribe to Hey Human Podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening. Be well, be kind, stay safe, and here we go. Jane Schinasi, welcome to Hey Human.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you.
You too.
Let's jump right in. Tell me, where did you grow up? Tell me what shaped you when you were young.
Oh, so I was born in San Francisco, and then I came to France when I was 2 years and a half. And I arrived in Paris. It was really, really cold, and my parents didn't like it. So I went to the south. And what built me really was the trees, the animals. I was always surrounded by nature. And then my dad recycles. So I always have a awareness of taking care of the environment. And I didn't never understand, the big cities and how can people live in the big cities. Because if we don't have nature, it's very difficult to reconnect, I find. I always wanted to say stories and give the voice to the animals and the trees. And I used my imagination a lot as a kid, surrounded by nature. First, I wanted to write, and then I said, oh, we can make images of what we write, which was something that I really didn't know. And the first time I went to the cinema, I saw a movie called Gros Blanc. It's the story of this white wolf. It's a very big movie. And so this made me want to show what I had in my head through images. And since then, I never changed my mind, which is crazy.
You've been a filmmaker the whole time, or a storyteller?
I wanted to be a filmmaker since I'm like 7 years old. It takes a lot of time. I thought that by 30 years old, I would, be already confirmed and recognized as a director. But when you're a blonde lady at 20, 24, you're asking producers if they are interested in reading your script. And if you don't know anyone, people just like, yeah, no, we don't have time for you. You're just a blonde young girl. How can we trust someone like her? And so I never had the chance to really have funding for any projects that I've written. So I decided to start making documentaries and filming my friends doing humanitarian jobs. I went all around the world to film them and gathered some money from sustainable brands. I had the chance to find TV channels because I was an editor for TV channels. And they all said, oh, let's show me your pilots and everything. So I showed, and they were like, it's very good. We want to buy it, but you need to find a producer. So I found a producer, and I did in 2 years, 8 times 52 minutes for a series called The Hope Bearers. And then my brother was diagnosed with cancer, and it hurt me to the bone to see a new world with children sick between life and death. My brother was 15, so he was still with all the other kids, but he was a teenager, so the clown didn't make him laugh. And it was lacking of, activities to really think about something else than disease and sadness and death. So we had to bring a massage, yoga, music, lavender, all the kinds of anything that you can have in mind. And then I built a nonprofit with my mom to bring boxing and meditation in hospitals since 2015. And it really changed a lot. I received 2 days ago a letter of thank you from the hospital, La Croix-Rouge Margency. And I tried to do the same here in the South. And with the movie that I'm preparing, the feature film, I really want now to give a profit to the nonprofit in France that I have and show the movie to all the hospitals and the schools to build awareness around this subject that is unknown, unfortunately and unfortunately.
How old were you when your brother was diagnosed?
I was 26 and he was 15. He's 12 years younger than me, so I love him like my son, let's say. I have another brother who's an actor, Robbie, and a sister 7 years older than me, Sonia. And Alex was, full of hope. And I mean, he's still now, he's alive. Thank God he survived. He's one of the kids who took the most chemo in the entire planet. So, his hair don't grow anymore, and he's sterile. Apparently, he cannot have kids for now, but the body cells change every 7 years, so maybe it will change. And he still does a transfusion every week of IgG for the immune system to go up because the chemo really affected his immune system.
What kind of cancer was he diagnosed with?
He had a Burkitt's lymphoma, so it's between the bone and the blood. It's the lymphoma, and it is one of the cancer that is the fastest and the most aggressive cancer. And my brother was a boxer, so as soon as the doctor said, "Oh, maybe you have to lose him," I couldn't live with that sentence, and I said, "I cannot say that my brother will probably die because you are not God." And my brother will survive. So can you please always talk in a positive way to him and all the other kids? Which she did. And I came in the hospital to build a boxing ring and stuff. So my brother was boxing every day when he could and putting rap music and stuff who will, strengthen his spirit towards surviving and positive energy. So now he's good. He's still boxing, and I promised him that I was gonna make a movie about what's happening for him and give an example to all the other families and kids who are experiencing the same thing. And so I did a short movie who had some prizes and who will also be probably with EO Flix at the cinema. Then we also did a documentary that was broadcast at the Ministry of Culture and Health for 3 months. And then now I need to do the feature because when you do a promise, you are in debt. So my debt is to fulfill my promise. And my brother is really, really excited to see the movie. So we are advancing slowly but surely. And voila.
I'm glad that he's still with us. That's wonderful.
Yes, me too.
To me, when children are diagnosed with cancer, the people around them get to experience something quite extraordinary. I think when adults get diagnosed with a sickness, there is a defeatist mentality that oftentimes comes with that. It's hard to stay positive. But kids see the world in such a different way.
Exactly. They don't suffer in the same way as adults would. They want sweets, candies, and they even don't like hospitals most of the time. So they want to go out. I had a kid who really wanted to go to Disney with his parents, and she did. She went out. She went all day to Disney. But when she came back, the doctor said it's unbelievable because I don't know how she walked. Her bone was completely turned, and a normal human being would not be able to walk. But she's so used to pain because she was in the hospital since probably 6 months, and she grew up in the hospital because she had a immune disease, and so her body she wants to live so much and to have fun so much that she doesn't take care of the pain. She just wants to be like other kids. So she's stronger actually than adults. Adults has tendency to, oh my God, dramatize everything. Kids are like, okay, it's a word. And so what? Let's focus on the positive side. And they want to play. They want to live life as much as possible.
Absolutely. Like I said, we can learn a lot from the way kids handle disease. Yeah. And I think attitude is a great part of healing. So it makes sense that incorporating those sorts of programs, like you said, you brought the boxing in and the talking to the doctor about being positive, being happy, being uplifting makes a huge difference. And the brain believes what you tell it.
The brain believes what you tell it. Even a very famous cancerologue in France told me art and sport and any activity that will give you strength to live will heal you better than chemo, better than anything. It is first you and yourself, how you take away all the negative and you focus on the positive that will condition your body to survive and go through everything.
Yeah, I really believe that for sure. Tell me about the movie.
So it's the promise that I did to my brother. I did this short, like I said, and then it was really, really a long process to write something that is universal because, of course, each family is different, and how to bring the 3 years of experience I had with my brother and my family into one single story that could touch the entire planet, cultures, different countries. So I'm doing it in English, America. Maybe we're going to shoot in Portugal. Maybe we're going to shoot in London. Maybe we're going to shoot in the US. We still don't know. With David Ornstone, we really saw the script since a couple of months. He helped me to build something more powerful and to find people who could give advice that with my step back, my eyes, I couldn't on my own. It's impossible. So I found a great team around me, and now we have I don't know if you heard about him, Javen Wanna Walton. So he played in Euphoria, he played in Under the Bridge, and he played in Umbrella's Academy. He's turning 18 this summer. He's a boxer, champion of box, actually. And he's a very, very good actor. So his parents are his manager, and he wants to be Alex, my brother. So we are advancing with him, with his parents as well. And then we will fix where we're going to shoot, when we're going to shoot, and hopefully it's going to be in 2024. We're really thinking about December now. A movie is so long to build that we don't know exactly when is it going to be possible. But we're doing everything. We're working every day on the movie and never give up. That's the mantra of my brother first, and then it was the first title of the movie, and now the movie will be called The Tiger's Boxer, because the tiger is the cancer, because it's aggressive and fast, like this cancer, Burkitt's lymphoma, and my brother is a boxer, so The Tiger's Boxer makes sense, I guess. And it was also the title of the shorts that you can find on EOFlix, and 20 minutes at last, and this one will be an hour and 45 minutes.
What did you learn about filmmaking that as you went along, that what was something that surprised you?
Well, it's how to build a team that is really, really focused and good around you, because when you don't have a team that is involved in the team that you want to develop, you can feel very quickly lonely, and the movie will have a soul. If you have every movie with passion and love, everything will transpire and sweat love and passion. So this is how you recognize a good movie regarding a bad one. When everybody does it for the money, of course, it's important to be paid, but the most important is really to do it with passion and love, especially in this industry. It takes so much time to build a movie that if you don't have that.
I don't think people really understand how much it takes to make a movie. It's such an undertaking.
My God, yes. It's been 8 years that I'm developing it, trying to find a good team who trust me, that I can trust as well. And finding the finance is a big part of it. I think it's the hardest for me right now, especially right now. I mean, the industry is really slowing down. It's crazy. I think every business is the same, but my God, in the movie industry is really having a difficult time right now.
Yeah, it is very tough out there for sure.
Yes, and we also have May Leong, who worked as a FX supervisor FX with the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, Inception, and she's part of the team now as a producer. She's really involved. She helps a lot. She's very talented. She's teaching me all the special effects. She built the tiger, and the tiger is beautiful. He will look like He can be particles, fire, fur. He's very realistic and at the same time humanized. So it is this is amazing to see.
So you'll also have a voice actor, correct? That voices the tiger?
Yes, we are working on the casting right now. We don't have a definite answer, but I'm soon gonna tell you.
Well, that's great. What is the plan with the movie once it's out? I know that I'm assuming that because the subject matter, part of your fundraising is perhaps with people that are in the realm of cancer research or cancer fundraising, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we are trying to make it as much universal as possible and have a cinema, many cinemas, international distribution. Either we'll have multiple distributors or just one or two, depending on how it goes. Right now, we have to work first on the cast, then the finance, and then the distribution. David is my mentor, very structured, very organized. I'm learning everything in production. I thought before we could do a movie with low budget, but it's possible. It's just even harder and longer, I think, depending
Yeah.
again on what kind of movie you want to do. But because we involve a lot of 3D special effects and a hospital that we probably have to build, it is not a cheap movie. I mean, it's not a big, it's not a Marvel, but it's not a cheap movie either. So.
Yeah.
Voilà.
Marvel is, yeah, Marvel's really expensive to make. Are you doing the movie in English?
Yes, of course. Yes, yes. We want to do international, so English is the best language. No English accent, like American. Yeah. Well, everybody understand the American accent. Everybody can relay. It's so big that uh, this is the way to go with a subject like that. I always want to give voice to the ones we don't hear. I always want to tell stories about social families and environment and everything that is celebrating life. So right now I'm also writing a comedy series about all the experience I had all around the world with the humanitarian documentaries that I've done, the amazing people that I've met, and how it is to be a woman, 38 years old, in this industry, and all the dreams that we can have, and not enough time to fulfill everything. So, comedy, I think, is the best way for me to show, even if it's always dramatic subjects. Comedy is a good way to touch the hearts of many.
Tell me about life in France. What's it like living there? How do you your day to day? What's it like there?
I was in Paris for 25 years. Now I'm back in the south of France because I may go back to LA. So it's like a transition for me. But in Paris, it was, sometimes working as a teacher or as an extra, as a second AD, as a first AD, as a cameraman, a woman, as a editor for TV channels, and also with my nonprofits, doing all the activities and celebrating in Paris. We celebrate a lot, like more than in LA. It's crazy. So in LA, it's more like, okay, you need to pay your rent because the rent is very high. So I had like 3, 4 jobs at the same time in LA, not like in Paris. Now in south of France, it's more cool. I'm just focusing on the Tigers boxer, waiting for, I mean, not waiting, because the energy of waiting is bad. Always go forward and act. So that's why I'm like trying to find as many people who want to get involved in the project. I'm building a community around it. We're soon going to do an Instagram page that is going to be more and more. I mean, we already did the Instagram page, but as soon as we did the deal with the actor and other actors, will start to celebrate on Instagram with lives and everything. And we really want to build a community with people helping us, because the way we do the movie is non-profit money and normal investors who have back-end points and all that stuff. So we are combining both, and hopefully it will soon be over and we can finally do the movie.
Yeah. And so if anyone listening wants to be a producer on a film, now's your chance.
Yes, it is time. We have a good team right now. And we need more. We need more people like that. So also my favorite part in the movie is editing, because when we edit, I always feel that the baby is coming to life. You know, it's the first time you see your baby once you give birth. You're like, oh my God, it's so cute. And you see the future of all his life and you imagine the best. And so this is, voilà.
Yeah, editing is fun to bring it all and put it all together, but boy, after making my film, I have a definitely a new respect for editing process because it's complicated. You're building this intricate puzzle with there's so many parts, there's so many different ways you could go. It's an integral part of the storytelling process. It's really quite fascinating.
Yes, especially it depends how you want to build your movie. But when either you take a lot of time on the script and the shot list, so that when you edit, you everything is aligned and it's going like 10 days and finish, or you have a lot of imprévus, contingencies on the set, things that you don't even expect that are far more better than what you wrote. And suddenly you want to adapt and construct a different way. And so it
Yeah.
depends how free you can be.
Yeah, for sure. What happens after the film? What do you have other stories you're working on?
So I also have an animation film that won the best screenplay prize in France with organisme French like SACEM, CNC, Maison du Film. It's like French organism, but of course it is way too expensive to do it in France. So I want to do it like with Disney or big companies. For now, they look at me like if I was a 24-year-old blonde girl who never done anything like that because it's a 3D animation. So, but it's sci-fi, it's fantasy. I believe sci-fi and fantasy is also very much in my world. I'm waiting. I don't know. I don't have any producers for this one either. It's the story of a friendship between a tree and a little girl, and there is AI taking over the world, and trees are scarcer and scarcer. It's very hot, and this girl is going to save the world with her tree because all she wants is to plant back her Christmas tree in the forest. And she's going to illegally cross all the city to go back to the forest where she's not allowed to go and plant the tree next to his parents because she hears the voice of the tree.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it. It took me 12 years to write it. And it was a dream and it was a story that my dad was telling me when I was very young. And then it became a dream and I transformed it into AI, sci-fi, fantasy. And I built a whole world and a whole politic organization that is very different from what we have now. But basically, it's that. Politics are all into AI.
Well, I mean, that's a very timely thing to write about. I am curious to see what AI is going to do in our future, especially for creatives, but in nature too. I think it will go one of two ways. Either everything will become so automated that we spend all our days in nature and let AI do everything, or it's a more dystopian and machines will just take over everything and augmented reality will become when we go to the forest it'll be through a headset, which I hope it doesn't come to that. That would be a real bummer because I'm a big tree hugger myself.
Of course. But I mean, everybody should be, I don't understand the people who are disconnected with the trees are totally wrong because the trees give you oxygen. Without oxygen, you cannot breathe. They don't need us, but we need them. So I don't understand the people who are, laughing about tree huggers like us because they should all understand and have humility about seeing what gives them oxygen.
Yeah.
Water, tree, water is also in danger. There is a guy who told me there is not one place on the earth where water is not crying out for help because of all the pollution and everything that we do with the planet. I don't understand because when you see animals, we are animals too. And I believe we are in a circle, not in a pyramid. But a lot of people believe we are in a pyramid and humans are on top. But if we were on top, then why the heck are we leaving so many trash behind us? Why are we transforming the landscape in such a way that we don't have any more natural resources to survive? Why do we still want kids? Although we know that how are they going to live with no natural resources? They're not infinite. They have an ending if we don't replant and take care. And it doesn't seem that the planet goes on the right side. That's why I built an alphabet of trees that is free on my website. And I wanted to make it as a book so that all the school could study the trees before the numbers. But this is also a struggle. Even this simple thing is not won yet.
Though humans do feel like they're at the top of the chain, the truth of the matter is the planet doesn't need us. And if we don't respect her and take care of her and coddle her in her time of need, we will find in not too distant future that she just spits us right out and off. And anyone can see that nature will override human.
We're just visiting, we're just passengers, and we better not be like a bacteria, a bad one, a parasite. We need to be, we have the choice, which is beautiful, either become the friend of our house and a good, how you say it?
A steward.
A good guest.
Yeah.
A steward. And learn from the environment and learn because we are just students and life is just teaching us. But then if we think that we are the teachers, that we know everything and that we are just going to destroy everything and pass like that, of course, it's going to be horrible. And I don't know how it's going to end, but it's not going to be pretty if we don't respect this beautiful nature that is very respectful to us and offers us everything we need. There is a beautiful movie that is French called La Colline Verte, of Colin Serrault. It is the story of another planet with lots of aliens, and suddenly someone says, "Who wants to go to the Earth to see what's going on over there?" And nobody wants to go there. Everybody says, "No, are you kidding me? Planet Earth is the most stupid planet ever." People just covered the Earth with concrete, built tickets, papers to give to others to have the trees that are in front of them. They kill animal to eat. We are never going to go there. But there is one alien who said, maybe my grandparents were there. So maybe I need to go to see where I come from. So she goes and she discovers the human planet in her ingenious eyes. And it's so well done. It's so funny. I will send it to you, but it's really worth it.
Yeah, definitely send it to me and I'll put a link on there. Tell people how they might find you, how they can support your work or look into you more. Besides, I'll put a link for IMDb, but also, is there a good place to find you?
Yes, there is my website that I will send to you, Hackback and Magical Root. And there is also, you can check The Hope Bearers, my documentary series. Les Porteurs d'Espoir in French, and it was on TV5, Ushuaia TV, and Planet Plus TV. I wish there were more, but for now, that's all that I'm trying to.
No, that's great. That's wonderful. Send me any links you want, and I'll put everything on heyhumanpodcast.com for people to find easily. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jane, I wish you so much success. Please let me know when you're back in the States, and continued health and well-being for your brother too.
Thank you. Yes, I will. That's what family is there for, and friends and all the positivity people who are around.
Thank you for listening, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Rate, review, and subscribe to Hey Human Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks. Bye.